So my apologies to the fans. I thought the fans were, as they've always been, extremely supportive. Grateful for them being out here. A senior night is hard having a game like this. So I always feel like senior nights are supposed to be an opportunity to honor our seniors, and I talked about that in the right when I walked in the locker room. Just really frustrated with our performance defensively tonight. I didn't think that we were locked in for four quarters. I thought Florida State did a really great job of kind of their guards getting downhill. I thought Timpson was really great from the inside presence, and we didn't show our grit defensively. And that's an area that as their coach I have to fix that. I got to get better. I got to fix that for this team. Just like I said, just grateful for the fans to come out. Was very disappointing performance. We got to get back to work. We're fortunate we have another opportunity Sunday to have Louisville at home. But defensively is where we have to get better, and that's something that we have to work on. Like I said earlier, just with the seniors, on a positive note with the seniors, I'm really grateful for this group. This is a really special group. I've never had a group this big, and just again what they've done for this program. So unfortunate the energy of tonight with the seniors, but definitely super grateful for our seniors and the legacy that they're leaving here. This is a defensive game that we have to get better at, and been doing a better job with our defense, and we're going to get back to work and get after it on Sunday.
Tom, go ahead.
Neil, what do you do? How did you spend the time since the game ended? I mean, do you meet with the team?
Yeah.
Are you sitting set? Like, what was the time situation?
Yeah, just regroup with the coaches. Just trying to we always get together, huddle up, and trying to get the points of what we need to fix, how we can help this team get better. So collective with the coaches, and then just had a team meeting afterwards. When
it's a 15-point lead early in the game, like what flipped about it? Was it the defensive intensity? Was it shot selection? Yeah, I think they went on an 8-0 run, so I had to call a timeout to try to cut that the momentum that they had. And this is a team that Florida State's a team that can score in bunches, team that is averaging in the 90s. So I thought after they made that run, it kind of put us on our heels, and I felt like we were kind of chasing after that run. So didn't get the consecutive stops in a row. From there on out, I feel like we were chasing, trying to find our offensive flow, but also defensively, just didn't feel like we were getting the stops that we were getting before that allow us to get out and transition and run.
Coach, Hannah's had a tough shooting stretch again tonight, 4 of 18, and she's her last 5 games as a coach. How do you kind of help a player through those periods? Yeah, just trying to get her to the next play. Watching film after games, in games, trying to get her to the next play. She's a high-level scorer, so sometimes with those type of scores, they kind of shoot their way back in the game, but they just weren't falling to her tonight. And then, can I follow up with Sonia on defense? I mean, you guys have had games like this in the last couple years, and you've found an inflection point and were able to turn around. As a senior, how do you go about that? How do you try to stir that?
Yeah, I think it's just talking to the team, and it's just a will that we gotta have. We can talk all we want, but if we don't change, if we don't do it, then our season can end real fast. So I really just think it's a will that every single player has to have. And again, we talk about it all the time, but it's about time that we do it, and not, you can only talk so much, so.
How do you kind of grapple with winning the first 15 conference games, but now you've lost 2 in a row, and it feels like the sky is falling, but you still have those 15 wins in a row to fall back on? Yeah. How do you kind of compartmentalize that? Yeah, like Sonia said, it's just like we got to get back to work. We have to have a will that we're not having for 40 minutes, and so we have to get back to the grind. We have to learn from it, and we got to turn the page, because we have one on Sunday. So we're grateful that we have another opportunity to play another game. We put ourselves in a good position as far as going 15 straight, but we really have to fix our defense, and we just have to have that will in order to get over this hump. But again, you can't be too high or you can't be too low, but you got to fix it. And then for Sony, Coach mentioned kind of the emotions of a senior day. Did you guys feel those in the locker room after the game, or was it easy to kind of wipe that and look ahead to Sunday?
I would say there was some emotion for sure. I know personally I was pretty upset just at the outcome, not even senior night. I wasn't even thinking about that. It was more so just, again, Coach, like we didn't show up. And for me, it was about protecting our house, you know, winning the ACC outright, just things like that. That's just more important. And so, yeah, I would say, again, we talked, we're ready to learn from it, and we're getting ready for Sunday, but at the same time, I would say we were upset.
Coach, they outscored you guys 30-17.
Mm-hmm.
Was this something in the second quarter? Was it something they did that they just changed from the first quarter to the second quarter that they just took off out of nowhere?
Yeah, I thought they just got great shots and they made, you know, big buckets. It was a couple threes.
Mm-hmm.
It was a couple attacks inside our zone in the paint. And then they kind of just fed off of that. So
mm-hmm.
after they saw a couple shots go in, I thought the momentum shifted in their favor. Just
mm-hmm.
again seeing the ball go in. So
mm-hmm.
I thought we gave them a lot of confidence in that run, and we chased after that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Last one, go ahead.
How do you stay motivated after a loss?
Yeah, I mean, just again, like trying to learn from it and move on. Right now, we have another opportunity. You know, this team is such a talented group. We just got to get back to our basics, our habits, and rely on our habits in order for us to get better. But the motivation is there because the goal is still the goal for us, and we just got to get back to work and just focus in on our habits and get back to our fundamental identity. You know, we got to get back to our identity.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right,
Sorry for
thank
making
you.
y'all wait.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you.